So I've been trying to figure out this type of photography out for the longest now, and that is shooting macro. Now some of the shots in this video may resonate with some as not being true macro shots, but more so close-up shots to where I can get that perspective. In the past, I think I didn't know how to really use my macro lens based on the out of focus shots of the subjects and skills it required, but I think I'm getting close to some type of improvement within that space. What is up? And welcome back to another one, and I hope everybody's week is going well. Now, I found that the macro photography's ethos began with one of its pioneers, which was F. Percy Smith, who was a history filmmaker back in the early 1900s. And it was said that this type of photography was inspired by his earlier work within the inset photography space, which could be seen in some of his film documentary work. Now, fast forward a few decades later, and in 1955, the first macro lens was created by Heinz Killfit, and that first macro lens was called the Killfit Macro Kylar 4cm. Lately, I've been in this mode of just admiring more close-up shots with these particular focal lengths, starting at the 75mm focal lengths on up, which in the beginning of this creative space, it was intimidating, I would say, because I felt as though my photos revealed like the blemishes and imperfections within my photography. However, over time, I felt okay with those imperfections within my photography for close-up shots and semi-macro shots. And as you can see the mushroom here, like I was able to get the details around the edges here. Like obviously it's soft, and I had this on a tripod too the entire time. So just the focal length of this, as you get closer, everything else is kind of like, you know, kind of bogus out or blurs out a little bit. So in this particular instance, like you can see the details within this shot. Like look at that. That's so dope right there. Like you can see pretty much everything. You can see kind of like the, I don't know if that's fur, but the fuzz, but you can just see all that detail around there. Areas that will be soft at, obviously, but yeah, this was pretty dope. You can see some of the dirt there, but yeah, I truly enjoy capturing this shot. I was like, well, this is pretty nice. With this particular type of creature, which I like it, it's different, it's unique. It kind of reminds you of like a fantasy world type of just creature in itself. And my daughter actually made this and she gave it to me, and I was like, oh, this is pretty neat. So that's kind of like really what inspired, you know, me kind of like getting this macro shot. Was it started with this particular type of creature because I just wanted to see what it looked like up close and personal, essentially. So I truly enjoy doing, and I can see myself incorporating these type of shots within my photography. I mean, I kind of already do it now, but you know, making a point, emphasis to focus on this moving forward is something that I can really, it's something that I can really hone in on, I would say. Obviously, I'm using the Canon EOS R and EF 100mm macro lens for this type of photography. I know that I'm stepping out on my Fujifilm X-H2S again.
Come on, daddy, don't do me like that.
But having this additional focal length of the 100mm macro lens provides the additional reach that I'm looking for to create these images. Now, I didn't abandon my Fujifilm X-H2S, you know, completely. I would say that I'm still using it as of right now for this talking head, and then also too, I use it for a lot of the behind the scene footage for this particular type of video. ISO down. I'm actually recording this Reala Ace profile because I just wanted to, I'm vibing with it. I'm vibing with this Reala Ace profile right now, and I'm liking what it's producing so far. Had planned on not going outside with getting some macro shots. I got some earlier in the day, and I was just like, you know what? I'm vibing with this. I'm feeling this macro shots, and I want to continue on with it. I want to continue on just moving in this direction as far as like capturing more shots with it. here again, trying to get some footage, really some just close macro shots of these bees right here. Oh, there's a bee flying by the camera. And essentially, I don't know if I'll be able to capture anything out here, but it's one of those things to where you just don't know until you try. So yeah, I'm gonna be trying to capture something out here with these flowers right behind me. You probably see them, maybe you do. Boom, they're right there. So I was actually able to find something by accident. You know, poor little fella, there's this worm right here. I had to capture a shot of that. It's dead, so that'll probably be the perfect macro shot to capture. Couldn't capture any bees, they're just flying everywhere and whatnot, and wanted to capture them on the flower as far as like getting that type of macro shot, like that Nat Geo macro shot, but that didn't happen. But luckily enough, this dead worm was on the ground. I could have stepped on it multiple times, but I didn't when I was setting up my gear, and I just happened to look down and there it was. I'm just like, wow, this is pretty dope. But you can see all the detail here. Obviously it gets soft here on this part of the lens, but just starts to get a little bit more detail. Kind of see the eye here. I think this is the eye. But yeah, this was a pretty dope shot I was able to capture. Like I said before, I wasn't able to get all the shots when I was outside, but I will be looking to exploring and incorporating more of the macro shots within my workflow in my photography. And I think what's drawn me to this focal length perspective is my innate inquisitive nature to look into the details of things, which I have always been like since I was a kid. Well, that's all I have for this video today, and as always, continually appreciate the process. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Deuces. And another one. We out, son.